Hello friends, welcome to another session of Emotional Cafe. Today our topic, rising to the occasion. I don't know what it might mean to you, that phrase, but I want to tell you what I want to share with you today in regards to rising to the occasion. It's a different kind of perspective and it is something that I always promote. It has to do with preventing and planning for any occasion, any situation you might get involved in. Don't get me wrong, there will be things that you won't be able to plan for, but there's a lot of things that we can plan ahead. There's a lot of things that by the time that we get to be exposed in any situation, we can rise to the occasion and manage it so gracefully and in a way that we feel very pleased and feel the satisfaction of doing what we needed to do. For instance, how is it that sometimes we're going to go to the doctor, we have a doctor's appointment, we have different situations, maybe health issues, and then we go to the doctor and we're waiting there probably for an hour, 2 hours, and then the doctor comes and within 5 minutes the doctor is walking away. And then we feel that there were questions that we wanted to ask that we didn't get to ask. Why you didn't ask? Simply because you didn't have your list of questions laid out in a way that you will remember by the time that you see the doctor. This was something that I learned. You remember that I always talk about one of my children having health issues. So when my oldest son got sick, I remember going to every medical appointment. Whenever I had to see a doctor, it was important for me, in order to maximize the time with that doctor, to write down questions. I wrote down details, different symptoms he might have presented, concerns, questions about medication, about treatment, about anything. So by the time that I went to the doctor saw that I had my little list of questions, but they knew that I was maximizing my time with them. They could answer my questions, but they didn't feel that they were wasting their time with me babbling and trying to figure out what is it that I wanted to ask. And this is something that is funny, I'm going to share it with you, that happened to me with a client. Years ago, I was working at the office that I previously used to work at, and this client comes along, and when I'm finished with them, with both her and the husband, she said to me, "Oh, I had something that I need to ask you, but I don't remember what it was." What was it that I wanted to ask? How could I forget? I had something to ask you. What is it? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. And I was there sitting in front of this woman for about 15 minutes while she was trying to remember what the question was. I don't have to tell you that 15 minutes later, she still didn't remember what the question was. But it was amusing. I was shocked. I was like, this cannot be happening. And I had another client that I had to go sit with. So this is the kind of situation that happens when we are not aware of how time matters, how important is the difference that we all make with our time. How is it possible that we're going to go to get our driver's license and we're going to be sitting there in a hall and we have to wait probably 30, 40 people ahead of us, and we're there and we're bored. There's nothing we can do about it. Well, you remember how I always say that I have a book along with me wherever I go? That's the reason why. Because that time, that dead time sitting there, is a time that I can use to read a book, to go to the side and make some phone calls that I needed if I have them on the agenda. I take my notebook and write. These are times that can be used constructively for us to continue nurturing ourselves and growing. But let's talk about something else. Maybe you've been invited to a party. Maybe it's a party in regards to finances. And maybe you're going because this other person invited you. Have you asked questions previously to go in and attending the party about what it was about? Have you read about the subject? Have you somehow educated yourself so you can go and have a good time and understand what's really going on? Or are you going to be like many of those people that I see that are complaining that they had to go to this event and it was so boring and they don't understand why they were there? It's up to us to assume our lives and make a difference. It's up to us to rise to the occasion. Again, you cannot prevent an accident from happening, but you can plan to have all the documents that you need, all the related documents you need for car insurance or for your card or registration, to have them in your car. So if anything happens, you have everything that you need. Rising to the occasion means that we prevent and plan. You're going to go to a job interview. How is it possible that you're going to go and you know nothing about the company that you are trying to get a job from? I mean, how is it happening? You need to read. You need to instruct yourself with some information. Who are they? What do they do? Who are the owners? What's their policy? What's their vision and mission? Why do you want to work with them? You need to know these things before you go. It's the same thing that it is like we expect everything that is happening to be shown on Facebook, and the truth is that it's not. We need to be involved. We need to be aware, and we need to instruct and educate ourselves. And we need to model this for our children. Our children are growing with this attitude, pretty much the same that we sometimes have, that life is going to happen by itself, that I can sit on this couch and things are going to happen and I don't have to do a thing. I don't even have to move a finger for something to happen. Guess what? It doesn't work like that. It's a lie. We need to make things happen. We need to prevent, we need to plan, we need to be prepared in order to rise to the occasion. We need to be able to push ourselves out of the box and excel in every situation that we are involved. We need to be able to do more, know more, wish more, and get more informed. Enough is enough. We cannot just let life pass us by. We need to be totally responsible of the kind of life that we want, and it's up to us how we do it. You want to lose some weight? Have you checked what are the different methods that you could possibly use? How will you know which one fits better? How will you find out if their nutritional diet plan is going to be the one that is convenient for you? How will you know? You need to be prepared. You need to read. You need to get information. You need to ask questions. You need to be assuming your own life. You are responsible for your well-being. You are responsible to have the quality of life that you wish for yourself. And it's up to us what we do about it. It's up to us to rise to the occasion. And that's the perspective that I wanted to be able to share with you in this session. Stop sitting down, waiting for things to happen. Stop just being an accident in the middle of a situation that you ended up being there and you don't even know what you're going to be doing while you're stuck there. Prevent and plan. Think about different ways in which you can use your dead time, when you have to wait, when you have to be sitting down, when you have to go pick up someone and that person is not ready. Be prepared. So instead of being angry and upset because things didn't work out the way you envisioned them, the way you imagined them, be always prepared. So no matter what the occasion is, you'll be prepared to rise to the occasion. I'm Xiomara Mayo Ingram. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you next week on another session of Emotional Café. See you then.